Hey guys, Mike here from Lunch Money Comics. Today's going to be a good day. It is yet again another Gary Dolgoff sale, a huge comic book warehouse that's clearing out their inventory, selling 50,000 plus books, really cheap, an awesome community event, and I've had some really good luck here in the past. Let's go inside, check it out, see if we have some good luck today. There's already a huge line forming, guys. A lot of familiar faces. Hey guys, what's going on? And usually I'm here really early, not today. So every time I do this, I show up pretty darn early. Kind of dragged my feet this morning. No one else did though. The line is really long. Some guys from New York who I met here last time, they were also here first in line and they said they left at 3 a.m. So that gives you an idea of how serious and excited people are for this sale. All right, I'm here with my good friend Josh of Sasquatch Comics, and he's not alone. Who are you with? Baby Sasquatch from Sasquatch Comics. You guys are hunting father and daughter. Ready for a good time?
Yeah, we're going to have a great time.
All right, cool. Good to see you guys.
All right.
I see bags and boys laying on the floor.
Yeah, it's just going to be a mess. All right, guys. It's 10 o'clock. They're letting us in. People are excited. I think I have a different approach this time. I'm going for the $5 books first. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Let's check them out. These are the $5 books here.
Oh.
And then the $3 are all over there. Yeah. No. Thor's. First in-betweener. We got a whole bunch of what ifs. These are great. These are the $10. That's a book I need. Ooh, cool. I'm here with Will. What did you get for $10?
Yeah, I got a Savage Shield #1.
That's
one of
crazy.
my, big books. I was looking for one for a while.
Awesome.
They had one for a great price, and I just had to pick it up.
Yeah, no, that's a great price. We got all right, Punisher one. Yep, can't go wrong. Very cool. Congrats.
Hey, Joel.
So here we have some special books up front, and this is where Will got his. And hey, these are pretty good. They're low grade, but I definitely want to pick one of these up. We have a Spider Woman, great book.
There you go. Sorry about that.
That's it.
Oh, you got a bag too?
These are awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of these. I'm definitely gonna pick out the one I think's in the best condition.
I'm sorry, am I right back?
Which I actually think is one of these $15 ones. But yep, I'll get one, and we'll save some more for the other people. Yeah, and I'll grab a Spider Woman as well.
Yeah.
Of course. So this is the Women in Comics history board. I love this and all of this.
I made this little board.
That's awesome. No, that's a really good idea because today's International Women's Day, isn't it? Today? There we go. Here we go. We have $5 Frank Miller Daredevil. Can't go wrong. You know what? It's a pretty nice copy. Let's see. I might grab one of these because they're nice. Yeah. There we go. Just throw that in the box. Cool. There's Gary himself.
I took some pictures of the line on top. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. A lot of happy people. All right, let's try to sneak into some of these $3 bins. We got some Superman here. Various. We've got more Superman. We have Amazing Spider-Man over there. I can't wait to dig in. If only, right? Oh, yeah. A lot of Japanese Superman stuff. cover.
Scrambling around putting stuff back. And if it's crowded in here like those ones.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Nah. I should have had.
Oh. All right, I have a list of Avengers books for my friend. Let's see if I can check the list and help him finish the run. All right, I found some Captain America. All right, let's see what we got here.
Mike, you got anything good?
Hey, nice shirt.
I wore that just for you today, too, man.
Awesome, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I love this. Be very careful here. Just gonna be really careful with these raw books. Obviously, they get pretty beat up. People are rifling through them. I don't want to add to that damage. Oh yeah, Demolition Man, awesome. Oh, I've always loved this cover. Let's take that one. Cool. Let's have for our more modern ones. We've got Batman here. I actually have some Batman books on my list, but I think they're Detective Comics, actually. I gotta check my master list. Here we go, we get some Bane breaking Batman's back. They're in good shape, they're not bad for $3. Take one of those. Everyone got all the really good ones out of this run, looks like.
I'm grabbing like career number one.
Alright, what do we have? We have Firestorm. Firestar, Firestorm.
But I'm hoping the
Yeah.
Ghost has some sale value.
Oh, really?
This whole news. Sold out
Oh, yeah.
news, so
It is, yeah, it's early,
should
right?
be, but I don't know if people like know about it.
No, probably not.
Kind of one of those obscure. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Nope, nothing. It's Steve. How you doing, Steve?
I'm not even good for the A footage. I know the B footage.
This is the B footage. You're good enough for the B footage. You make the cut.
At least it isn't the C footage.
Sean's beautiful face always is good enough for B footage. Look at that smile. Oh, cool. House of M. Nice. Always love that color. Cover, a Mignola cover. It's awesome.
Yeah, there's a couple good covers.
Great Iron Man run here. A couple cool issues to look out for. Let's see. Yeah, first Ghost is 219. This is second appearance of Ghost still. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Might grab that. Alright, Rich, what you get?
Thundercats 1, newsstand, and direct edition.
$3.
Yep.
Congrats,
I have a
man.
third one. I gave it to somebody that wants to tell you about it.
There you go.
I would have
Awesome.
given it to you, and I know.
No, that's totally fine. Congrats. Whole series of Marvels, man. I love this. I got the trade of this stuff for my son to read.
Oh, I love those books.
Oh, this is so good.
Alex Ross stuff.
Yep.
Covered. Oh, really.
Look at this. Look at this
It
stuff.
seemed like it would be real life.
Yeah, exactly. And it's from the perspective of an everyman,
that's
you
why I
know.
looked at it. Everyone wasn't like super sculpted.
Yep.
You know, it's like,
Oh, it's so
Thor
good.
was just a big dude, you know?
Yeah, it's so good. People sleep on this series right here. Contest of Champions. This was the real first crossover
Yeah, I loved it when it came out.
in Marvel
you
Comics.
You see like 1 through 3 everywhere.
Yeah, right. But it predates, you know, Secret Wars, so. Cool. Alright, we get some Walt Simonson Thor here.
Not in truly
Big,
in
isn't it?
space. This is my nature.
Yep.
I'll just push you out of the way.
That's okay. You can just elbow me. That's fine. Oh, there we go. With the glasses. Cool. All right, here we have lots of old Dark Horse Star Wars. That's fun. Darth Vader.
I've seen you too, haven't I?
Yes,
He's
I've been on
in
his
on
show
it.
many times.
You got
First
me to go to
rescue,
that
that's
one in
cool.
Wilbraham. It's amazing, that shop.
Oh,
Oh, he
yeah.
got me to
has
go
been.
to more shops now.
All right, finally found the X-Men books. I'm gonna go through these quick because I have all of these. Of course I do. But I love looking at them. I do love them. And I want to show them off on the camera just how many there are. If you want to finish a run, guys, this is the place to go. Oh, some older ones here. And all of these are minor keys as well. This is a popular character right now.
Put a stack on top of it so I can show you what's in the box. Oh, rip off the rest.
You?
haven't heard from this guy.
First Hope Summers. Or Stafford Cuckoos. Look at that. Look at that piece of art. Awesome. All right, guys, as usual, that was a really, really great time. Such a fun show to share with everyone in the comic community around here. And I got a pretty good box of comic books that I'm holding tightly in this wind. Let's go back to the house. I'll show you guys everything I got at this amazing comic book sale. All right, guys, here I am back from the always amazing Gary Dolgoff sale. And it's sort of tradition for me that when I come home from the sale, I spread out my entire comic haul on my dining room table. Those of you that watched my previous videos on the sale will notice I definitely have the smallest haul I've ever gotten. That is totally fine. I definitely spent some lunch money on this little collection here and definitely got some doozies. I will say, although it's my smallest haul, it was definitely the biggest sale I've seen by them in terms of the amount of people. You saw the line that was there. You know, I always say be early. I was early, but people have definitely caught on. You want to be early and first in line to get the really good stuff. So yeah, people were there several hours early waiting. That's totally fine, guys. A lot of people drive far and wide to go to the sale. I'm happy a lot of people got a stab at these really good books. So I have a pretty good mix of, you know, run fillers as well as, you know, your normal key issues here. And I'm actually going to start over here. I had a lot of friends who would love to go to the show, but they just simply couldn't. So they gave me their lists of stuff they're looking for. So my buddy Zach, who I've talked about on my channel several times, he's actually trying to finish his Avengers run. He's a coworker of mine, actually. And yeah, he sent me the list. And I found 4 Avengers books that he needed for his run. And I also got him 2 Moon Knight books. However, I realized when I got home and put these out here, I looked at his list. He actually needs Moon Knight Volume 1. And these are not. These are Moon Knight Volume 2. That's fine. I will read these. I mean, come on, guys. This is 90s Moon Knight. We have Black Suit of Spider-Man and Hobgoblin. We have the Punisher here. I'm definitely going to read these. Definitely didn't waste $3 on these books. So these are ones I absolutely got for myself. These are books I really, really like. This is Captain America, and this is Captain America going up against Captain Britain. I love this book. This is art by Paul Neary, who I mostly know from his work on Excalibur. And it's just a really cool comic book, guys, to see these two captains go up against each other. It's a fun read. It's really cool. I have owned this book in the past, but this is in much nicer shape. Actually, it's kind of funny. Despite the fact that a lot of those books are not bagged and boarded, they've been in those boxes since the 80s in a lot of cases. No one's touched them, so they're in really good shape. Here's another Captain America book. This is Captain America 328. This is from 1987, and this is kind of fun. It's the first appearance of this character, D-Man, which stands for Demolition Man. His alter ego appeared in another issue, but this is the first time he puts on a costume. Yeah, he's sort of an everyday man who decides to become a superhero. Kind of looks like Daredevil, kind of looks like Wolverine, sort of the laughingstock of the Marvel Universe, and has appeared in a Lego Marvel cartoon, believe it or not. And when I say Demolition Man, guys, I do not mean the Sylvester Stallone Wesley Snipes movie that I remember as a kid. So silly character, but happy to pick that book up. I love this book here, Captain America 341. This is an homage cover to Daredevil number 43 by Jack Kirby. Very famous Jack Kirby cover where, in that case, you have Captain America fighting Daredevil. And it's very cool, the Force perspective. This is an homage, and because I love that book, I love yellow covers, it's a great book to have, guys. Very cool. And again, these are all $3 so far. This is The Invincible Iron Man number 1, and you can see why I got this one. It's a special cover that coincided with the first Iron Man movie. So, hey, if you like the MCU, you absolutely love that movie. Usually you do. First Robert Downey Jr. I thought it was really cool. Just a very cool book. This one here is the new X-Men number 118. This is part of the Grant Morrison run. And I always talk about the fact, of course, I love X-Men characters, but I love collecting the first appearances of them as well. And you have several in this book. This is the first appearance of the Stepford Cuckoos, which are clones of Emma Frost. They're students at the Xavier School. And yeah, they sort of have like a psychic hive mind. And yeah, they've actually appeared in lots of X-Men stories since they were first introduced. Hey, there they are. Right there. So they're pretty neat. And their first appearance is in here, as well as the character of Angel Salvador, a character heavily featured in the movie X-Men First Class. So multiple first appearances in here, guys. Also a really fun run. Here's another X-Men book. This is X-Men number 205, part 5 of the Messiah Complex story. And this is the first appearance of Hope Summers as a baby. Hope Summers is the prophesized mutant messiah. She's saved by Cable. He brings her to the future, raises her as his daughter. She ends up becoming a butt-kicking soldier. She's a pretty big deal, and I like those first appearances of those X-Men characters, and yeah, she's pretty cool. Next up, we have a Batman comic. Anyone who collected in the 90s knows what this is. This is Batman number 497. This is when Bane breaks Batman's back. Very pivotal moment in the Batman mythos. Has this sort of like weird gatefold covering half the book. Also a really dopey looking dinosaur there. I found this book many times in the past. You can usually get it for $3 or less. The reason I got this one is it is perfect. This book is perfect. I've never seen one this nice. Often with this little sort of gatefold that was stapled on, there's lots of spine ticks on this black part. There's nothing to be seen here. It's flawless. Definitely worth $3. This is fun. So this is Miracle Man 3D number 1, published by Eclipse Comics. Now, Miracle Man was originally a Golden Age character in British comics, but he was revived in the 80s by Alan Moore. And a lot of people love this run by Alan Moore. Well, this is a 3D version. And what's really neat is I've seen this book a million times. It's red, blue, 3D. You need the 3D glasses, but I've never seen it with the 3D glasses. Well, look at that. This one actually had the glasses with it. So I'm going to read this in 3D. I'm excited for that. All right, these three sort of go together. These are very cool, and I want to talk about these because I feel like a lot of people don't know about these. So this is Marvel Superhero Contest of Champions. This was a 3-part series from 1982 that it may surprise people that this was the first major comic book crossover. And the idea behind these is that, you know, you have the Grandmaster and what ends up being the character of Death have a contest where they have teams of superheroes go against each other. And remember, guys, this is years before Secret Wars. So this really is the first big crossover with all the Marvel characters. And they actually introduced a whole bunch of new characters in the series, pretty much all of them completely, utterly forgettable. But it's still a really, really interesting storyline. And it's, again, historically relevant because a lot of people think Secret Wars was that big crossover, you know, that was right before Crisis on Infinite Earths. This predates both of them. So pretty cool 3-part series, guys. There were a whole bunch of copies there. Definitely, I hope some other people were able to get this 3-part series because for $9 for all three, I think is a great deal. Okay, so we're moving up here. These are the ones that are not $3. You saw there was a whole bunch of Frank Miller Daredevil they had up on the front counter there. And I love that Frank Miller Daredevil run. And yeah, they were basically asking $5 for a lot of them. They had a ton of copies of this book. This is Daredevil number 183 from 1982. And this is the first meetup between Daredevil and the Punisher. I've spoken about this on my channel in the past. I saw this cover as a kid and it scared me. I love Daredevil and this just terrified me. And I think this is sort of a relevant book right now because the new Daredevil series, you know, we know that John Bernthal is going to be reprising his role as the Punisher. So it's kind of cool. The reason why I wanted this copy so bad is, look at it, guys. There was a ton of copies there, and when there's a lot of copies, you can take your time and pick the best condition one, and that's actually the case here. So it was really sharp copy. Very happy to pick this one up. Definitely an upgrade from my current copy. So this book's pretty cool. I found this in a $5 box. What I usually do is go for the $3 books at these sales, but this time I decided to do something different, and I went in sort of $5 and $10 and as price boxes, and I'm happy I did because there's definitely good stuff in there, including a book like this, which I didn't even have on my list, but I'm happy to have discovered it. This is the Invincible Iron Man number 10. You've seen the sticker right here. It's from 2009, part of the Dark Reign storyline, and this is the first appearance of the character Rescue, which is Pepper Potts in the Iron Man armor. I think a lot of people saw her in Avengers Endgame, played by Gwyneth Paltrow. Very cool Salvador LaRocca cover here. Had no idea I even wanted this book, but for $5, happy to get the first appearance of Rescue. All right, this next book here, this is Captain America and the Falcon number 217. It's from 1977, and this is the first appearance of Wendell Vaughn. Now, in this issue here, he's known as Marvel Boy. Terrible name. He later changes his name to something arguably worse, Quasar. So this is the first appearance of the character who becomes Quasar. A lot of people will cite a Hulk book as the first appearance of that character, but that's actually when he changes his name. This is his first appearance. And because I collect those Marvel trading cards, guys, and I have many Quasar cards, and he was a big character when I was collecting in the 90s, I need to have this book. The thing is, I've actually had several copies of this book in the past and accidentally traded one and sold one, and I ended up with none. Yeah, in both cases, I said, I have another copy. Didn't realize I got rid of both of them. I needed a replacement on this one. Not in the best shape, honestly, guys. But still, $10 I thought was a pretty decent deal, and I'm pretty happy to add this back into my collection. This book is awesome. This excites me quite a bit because this is a book I've never owned before. This is Black Lightning number 1, and it's the first appearance and origin of Black Lightning, DC's first black superhero in his own ongoing series. Again, guys, he's a cool character. He's got like lightning powers, and he's appeared, I think, on the CW, DC shows. But I've never owned Black Lightning, first appearance, and $10, I thought was a great deal for this. Not in the best shape. You get some spine ticks, you get some color breaks, but who cares, guys? Excited to add this to my collection. So, as you saw in the footage, they had a special little set up on the front counter. The day of the sale, the day I'm filming this, was International Women's Day. And to sort of celebrate it, they had a selection of not only female superheroes, but also a whole bunch of comic books where the art or the stories were done by females. So like one was, for instance, was, Ann Nocenti, a writer I like very much from her work on like Long Shot and stuff. But yeah, lots of female superheroes up there, and they would price these books so good. This is Spider-Woman number 1. This is not the first appearance of Spider-Woman. This is her first ongoing series right here. Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, her first appearance was actually in Marvel Spotlight number 32. But it's funny, in that issue, she's actually a spider. Like, for real, she was actually a spider that got turned into a human being, which is just kind of silly. So when they actually started her own ongoing series, they retconned all of that Jessica Drew actually was a human and that she had her memory wiped or changed or whatever. So they completely, retool her origin story and also change her costume to the iconic flowing hair. In that first appearance, her head is covered. Very cool, guys. This is a Spider-Woman I knew when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, and it's a great looking book. And for $10, I don't think you can go wrong for $10 on this book, guys. Really, really cool. And there were a lot of copies that other people picked up as well. Speaking of which, we come to the final one, which I can't pick up. There we go. I got, of course, the Savage She-Hulk number 1 from 1979. And this is the first appearance of Jennifer Walters, a.k.a. She-Hulk. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, guys, She-Hulk was a pretty cool character to me. And this is a pretty awesome book. And, years ago, during the comic boom, this was a pricey book. And you saw it, they had a stack of them. They had a stack of them that were, $10, $15, $20. A kid named Will, shout out to Will, who's a viewer of the channel. He's the one that tipped me off that they had a couple more copies of these up at the top table there. And yeah, it's a really cool book. And I got to go through and check them all and pick the one I thought was in the best shape. This one's pretty good. Honestly, this book often, because it's a white cover, it just looks filthy. This is a nice copy. You know, it's actually, I thought this was a better copy than the $20 one they had right there. So although I've owned this book in the past, guys, I can never say no to $15 for this book. You know, I think the price of this book has come down way too much. It's overcorrected. She's a cool character. She's a major Marvel character, and I think that's a great price. And as you saw, there were several copies, and definitely a few more people got this book at a fantastic price. So how much did I get all of this for? Well, I kind of did the math and it came out to be a little over $100, but they give everyone a discount at the counter. They round down and I ended up getting all this for $80. That's what that rung up for. And honestly, guys, you know, this top row right here, yeah, you know, I would be happy to pay $80 just for that. Never mind, you know, all the other stuff I got in here, and I got some books for my friends. So fantastic time, guys. Definitely some lunch money prices. Didn't break the bank, didn't fill a whole short box or anything like that, but I'm happy with what I got. And most importantly, it was really fun to hang out with people. I got to go to lunch with a lot of my friends who were at this show off what we got, talk about our favorite pickups. And that's what it's all about, guys, the comic community. And that's one of the things this Gary Dolgoff sale really does well. It brings people together from all over the Northeast. We had people from New Jersey and New York and, of course, all of New England. And it's just really fun to experience that with people. And yeah, and definitely I will post the next time, you know, they're having one of these sales. I'll put it on Instagram. Follow me there, Instagram, Lunch Money Comics IG. And yeah, try to make it up for one of these sales, guys. It's definitely not one to be missed. So that's it, guys. In the meantime, keep hunting for comic books in strange and unusual places. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Cool.